Hi guys, happy Easter. We're back with another cook along, and today we're going to make a dessert because you guys have had the burger, which has been kindly given to you by Seasons, which is a restaurant in town. Check them out if you're ever in town again. So today we're going to show you how to use up your leftover Easter eggs, or of course a lot of you probably don't have leftover Easter eggs, or these little chocolate domes that some of you have had delivered. And we're going to make a take on a classic English dessert, the Eton Mess. We're going to do an Easter version because an Eton Mess is normally made with strawberries. Strawberries don't grow this time of year, but what does is rhubarb, okay? So I'm going to show you how to first of all make a nice sort of little compote, which is like a posh word for a jam, which is going to go on the top. It takes about 5 minutes to actually make, but then you're going to have to let it cool. So take your rhubarb, you put two stalks together. If you've got the dirty ends on it like that, just take them off, get rid of them, okay? And then literally you're just going to slice it up into sort of like centimetre pieces. So I'm just going to go all the way down, rhubarb like this. And then that's going to go into a saucepan on relatively high heat. I'll just drop those in there. Turn on my saucepan, turn on my hob. There we go. So I'm going to put that onto reasonably high heat there. And then we're going to add in half a mug of water. Okay, it's just going to help it along. And then 2 tablespoons, big spoons of sugar. Okay, and once it gets up to boiling point, you'll start to see that the rhubarb will start to break down, and the colour, you'll see that pink will start to come out of the actual rhubarb and into the sauce, and you'll end up with sort of like a pink jam. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to break down. That pink is coming through, but these are still whole. Okay, so keep cooking it until the lumps have almost completely dissolved and you end up with like a jam kind of consistency. Okay, so there we are. That's what we're looking for. So you see there's a few little lumps in there, but actually it's mostly broken down. Now you need to let that cool. So I drop it into a bowl. That's going to make it cool down quicker. And once it's cool enough, you drop it in the fridge. Make sure it's nice and cold. Otherwise, it's going to melt your cream and your chocolate later on. So you must use this when it's cold. Right then, so this is cooled now, so we've got our rhubarb jus, or whatever you want to call it, jam. It's really tasty, it's got a wicked little pink colour. So all we've got to do now is put this together, really, really simple. So let's start off with some Biscoff biscuits. So I'm just going to literally just grab a bit of one of those and just crumble some biscuits into the bottom of our chocolate egg or chocolate circle. So just crumble those in. Okay, and then once you can leave some chunks as well because you get a bit of texture. You don't have to have it down to a dust. That's great like that. Then we've got some meringue. Okay, so I'm going to just break that up in our hands. You'll get some gooey bits in the meringue and some kind of crunchier bits. So just break it up. And again, once you've broken it up in the bowl, I'm just going to do very quickly. You can then just drop a few bits of meringue in to each of the bowl, just a little bit at a time, because you want to try and get layers of flavour here. Okay, so we're going to go into that one and the same in this one, like that. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of cream. You've got squirty cream, not too much. Oop, there we go, that's one layer, like so. Then we're going to take our rhubarb and just drizzle in there, like that. Get a good helping of rhubarb in the first layer, so you kind of coat everything. There we go. Then we go again, so another layer of Biscoff. As I say, leave some chunks because you kind of get that texture. So those will go in. More meringue. If you've got a bigger Easter egg, you can make this bigger. We've just got these little ones we're going to use today. They're quite cute. So they go in with more of that. Okay. Plenty of meringue in this layer because this is going to be like the icing on the cake now. I'm going to finish it off with a big squirt of cream. So if you hold slightly to the side and gently go around in a bit of a circle. And again. Maybe you can practice this on a bowl or something first. Otherwise you end up doing what I've done and just getting a little bit extra, but that's fine. You can just move that off. And then I like to finish with a little bit more Biscoff on the top. And if you want to, because you've got a lot of rhubarb in there already, you could leave it or just get a tiny last little drizzle of rhubarb on there just to finish it. Oops. Oops. And then if you got it in these packets, you just very gently lift it out. Ooh, get your hand underneath it. Just try not to break the thing. There we go. Pop it out onto a bowl, onto a plate. Ooh. Ooh. Drop that one. Okay, don't do this. Don't let it fall apart, but there we go. So we have our Easter Eton Mess using rhubarb and Biscoff and squirty cream. Happy Easter, hope you enjoyed your burgers. We'll see you next week. It's pizza. Nice one.